next po na bibigyan ng kasagutan sa tanong ay yung liham naman sa atin na itatago natin siyang pangalan na April. Si April po siya. Okay? Sabi niya, ito naman ay may kinalaman sa kanyang birth certificate. Birth certificate. Sabi niya, question, good day, attorney. I am April from Tacloban City. Inquiring if what would be the best remedy due to the fact that I am an illegitimate child born on April 1944 to a father with an existing first marriage during my conception. In my PSA live birth, my surname is si Dang po siya with no middle name. I went to the civil registrar to submit my request for change of surname with complete requirements sometime in 2018, and after several follow-ups, I was able to get a reply on October, sabi 2022, sabi niya. Thereafter, I went to PAW, for legal opinion, and I cannot use, and sabi dito, I cannot use the surname of my father even with an affidavit of acknowledgement, which can only be used for purposes of succession, but not for my use of my surname. Okay, sabi niya, I humbly ask na magbigay daw tayo ng opinion dito. Now, in the first place, okay, maaring tama yung yung PAW at saka yung PSA because you were born in 1944. At the time, kayo ay govern ng ating Civil Code of the Philippines. At considering na ang inyong magulang ay merong marriage, merong pre-existing marriage. In short, you cannot be considered as although illegitimate kayo, dahil may legal impediments na mag-marry ang magulang ninyo, that means you cannot be considered as a natural child by legal fiction. So, hindi ninyo maaaring gamitin yung surname ng inyong tatay, no? Because hindi po kayo mai-consider under the Civil Code as a natural child by legal fiction. Ibang usapan yun kung kayo pinanganak, no? After August 3, 1988, kung saan ay effective na ang Family Code of the Philippines. Kasi under Article 176 ng ating Family Code, ang isang, as a rule, ang illegitimate child, no, will use only the surname of the mother. Except yun, kung yung biological father ay nirecognize yung anak. Paano i-recognize? It could be in writing. Halimbawa, nagpirma si father mo doon sa birth certificate mo or nag-execute ng affidavit or any form of private writing na kinikilala kanya. Under the Family Code now, kung kayo pinanganak at the time na effective na yung ating Family Code, at nagpirma si father mo na affidavit authorizing to, dalawang affidavit yan, affidavit of acknowledgement, and dalawa, affidavit authorizing the use of the surname. In this particular case, pwede po ninyong magamit yung surname ng inyong tatay. Okay? Now, doon naman sa issue ng legitimation. Ito pong legitimation ay ito pong proseso po ng ating batas, no? Whether under the Civil Code of the Philippines o ito man sa Family Code, wherein an illegitimate child, no, who was conceived, no, unborn at the time na walang legal impediments yung biological parents na makasal, okay? Pero pinanak sila. And then thereafter ay nag-asawa sila. At nung nag-asawa sila, wala ring legal impediments at the time na makasal sila. In this particular case, yung pong kanilang anak, no, although illegitimate siya nung siya ay pinanganak, but kung nagkaroon ng legitimation, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng marriage, okay, ay yung anak na illegitimate, retroactive po from the time of birth, ay considered siya na legitimate. Ito yung proseso na legitimation. In this particular case, hindi na po kailangan pang pumunta sa korte yung bata, no, para ma-recognize siya as legitimate child. So, by the process of legitimation po, okay, so, ang bata po ay merong kaagad na karapatan, hindi lang na gamitin yung surname, kundi lahat ng karapatan bilang legitimate child. So, ito po ang ating tatandaan, ho? So, yun po ang proseso ng legitimation na hindi na kailangan pang pumunta sa korte. Saan po ito gagawin ang proseso? Diyan na lang po sa level ng ating Civil Registrar's Office through the Philippine Statistics Authority. Kasi po, yung ating civil registrar ay under po ng sangay po yan, ahensya ng ating PSA. So dito po sa ahensyang ito, na lang gagawin po yung proseso ng legitimation. So sana nasagot natin ang inyong katanungan at well, I'm sorry na hindi niyo ma-avail yung benefits ng ating family code as amended kasi nung nagkaroon kasi tayo ng amendments dito sa batas natin, this only took effect on August 3 of 1988. Sana nabigyan namin kayo ng kasagutan o katugunan sa inyong mga concerns. Maraming salamat.
Yan po ang ating paksa sa episode na ito. At ako po'y humihingi ng paumanhin sa mga hindi po natin nasasagot na mga katanungan dahil mahigit po 2,000 mga katanungan ang ating pong natatanggap araw-araw at ito po ay nag-i-increase pa. At it is physically impossible po na masagot po ang lahat ng mga ito. Bagkus, we are trying our very best na masagot po ang mga katanungan. Maraming pong salamat at hanggang sa muli.